interesting topics, engaging conversations, inspiring messages, making a difference. It's life, health, family, marriage, divorce, and so much more. Heart of a Woman.
Hello everyone and welcome to Heart of a Woman. I am Shorn, Vignes-Gordon, your host for this program, and it's always a pleasure being on set with you. Today, I am very excited to bring this program to you again, and I want to start this program off with a very beautiful quote. It says, "Life offers more when destiny is our focus." And in this program, we're continuing with the theme for this season, Heart of a Woman program, where we talk about when destiny calls. So for this season, we'll be having a lot of different guests, and we will be just tapping into the topic of destiny, when destiny calls us. What do we do? Do we run? Do we hide? And when we hide, what will happen? So we really want to explore this. On set with me this evening, I have two very beautiful, and maybe I'm a bit biased, beautiful, intelligent, God-fearing women, two lovely women, and I want to introduce them to you. Mrs. Renee Vignes-Gordon. Renee was here with us some time ago. At that time she was Renee Vignes, now she's Renee Vignes-Gordon. And another lovely young lady, Miss Ray Ross. Welcome to Heart of a Woman.
You.
Yes, and I am saying that they're very special because, ladies and gentlemen, they are my daughters. So I'm a proud mama this afternoon, two of the four. So guys, welcome to Heart of Woman. I mean, you guys been in the background watching the programs and watching what we do. And guys, the clothes that I would wear on Heart of a Woman is from this lovely lady's shop, Afro Gypsy Nook, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about Afro Gypsy Nook as well. So guys, destiny. And we were discussing today about destiny, and we hear people talk about destiny all the time, and that little quote that I shared before, life offers more when destiny is our focus. We look at young people today and they seem to be out of focus. You guys are very youthful. You deal with young people all the time, and there's at church and whatever. But before we get into that, let's talk to Ray. Ray, how long have you been saved? Because you all are both women of God. How long have you been saved?
As I can recall, I think I was 8 and Renee was 12, 4 years older than me, so she was 12. Yeah, so it's been quite a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And as mommy, I remember when you guys came to me and you said, "Mommy, we want to get baptized." And I said to my husband, we didn't force them, right? Because that is something you think a lot of Christian parents, they love to hear children say, "We want to get baptized." But I was a bit concerned that Ray was so young, and you were 12. But did we force you? I mean, it's a question.
No, it definitely was not forced. Based on my memory, because it was quite a while. It was definitely a burning desire to, want to dedicate myself to Christ, and I think that was the best decision that could ever been made. When discussed with you and Daddy, on my decision to do so, we got full support, and it was even better that I had my partner with me, best friend.
Yes, and partner make it sound as if they're twins, but they do everything together. Well, what was your memory of that, Renee?
I just knew at that point in time I was ready to do it, and I wanted to be a part of that feeling of like I am closer to God. So,
right. Yes. So baptism, that open public display?
I didn't even think it dawned to me that it was open and public.
Yeah.
I just know it was like a rite of passage,
Right.
and I was ready at that point in time to do it.
Yes.
I didn't care about who was seeing
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What was your life like? And I'm sure it out to both of you at church. What was church life like as a child? What you could remember now that you're an adult, adults, but as children, what was church life like? Was it boring? And I'm not just talking about the service. I'm just talking about growing up in a Christian home and that kind of thing. Because I think a lot of young people think it's. What was it like? I mean, we are brutally honest on the Heart of a Woman, eh? So
I would say it was quite challenging, and I think from that point, deciding to walk with Christ, it reached a point where we would have to face some challenges as in living up to expectations of your parents, because obviously they are Christians, and they would have more knowledge of the Bible and prayer and all these things, and you're young and you're still seeking information or trying to get to know God better. Also, it would have been an uphill battle with your peers. So, you go to school, you're not really going to say, I gave my life to Christ, guess what I did on Sunday, it's not something that's normally bragged about, which I've seen a lot lately. As I got older, I realized that yes, that's something that you should definitely brag about, and you can lead people to Christ. But it was challenging, as everything that you try to do good, you would always face some difficulties, but it was worth it.
Right, yeah. And that's like in your teen years, growing up.
Definitely, yes.
I think it was more struggle during ages of like 13 to like 18, 19 years old, because you have certain expectations as a Christian teenager, and having peers that are not Christians make it very hard to choose to do the right thing, because I remember there were many situations where I come to you, I want to go somewhere, it's a secular place, and you're like, no, you can't go, and I'm like, what is the big deal? It's not as though so. But I was still a child, I didn't understand what was really going on and what it would look like as a Christian teenager being in a secular place like that, where there's alcohol and all these different kind of things. So it was a bit challenging.
Right.
But as we said, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
And you have young people that, and this of course lines up with destiny. You have young people that recently graduated from high school and now thinking of going to university, so they're leaving home. And Renee left home very early, and Ray followed suit because, as you said, they're partners. So Ray followed suit. What was it like? I mean, as a mother, if someone was to ask me if I would encourage it at the age you left, I would probably say no, because it was very scary for me. But my faith, I had to trust in the God that I taught you guys to believe in. But what was some of the challenges you all faced? I mean, you lived on your own. Would you say the foundation that you got from home, did that help you as young people? Because a lot of young people have challenges. They're going out to university now. What would you say to mummies and daddies, and even to the young people?
I think if you have a good foundation, as in, church should not feel like a burden. Because as much as we say there were struggles and challenges, church was fun. Because there were teenagers in our age group that we used to hang out with, concerts, everybody going, everybody linemen, so it was fun. But as you get older, you have to decide now, are you going to stay in church, or are you going to do your own thing? And when I moved to Trinidad, I chose my own church to go to and worship, and I didn't see a big deal about it, and I didn't make it an issue. So I would not. It has to be an individual choice between. Parents have to decide that, okay, I've instilled all that I have in this child concerning Christianity and morals and values, and I'm actually letting them go to grow up. And then the child, who will no longer be a child but now a young adult, will have to decide, am I going to continue what my parents have given me and make it my own, or am I going to do my own thing?
I really truly believe that you have to create your own path. And parents can only do so much, have open conversations with them, be real, as you said,
Yes.
be very honest, because your parents wouldn't have always been Christians,
Right.
and they would have experienced a lot of things in life. However, their experiences might have been different to what you might encounter. But first thing I should say, definitely parents be open and honest with their kids.
Yeah.
Two, as you mentioned, fear or concerns, or you worry you're young adults and you're still looking at them as babies,
Yes.
going out to this world, going to a different world, and you're worried every day, okay, what's going to happen to them? I would say, parents, you have to gradually let go.
I had to learn that. The
Yeah, because I've seen it, where they hold on to them, the kids, and it kind of stifle them a bit. When you stifle children, they tend to rebel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And leaving your comfort zone or your home, I say place of refuge, to go to another world, whether it's leaving Tobago to go to Trinidad or out of the country, you tend to get culture shock.
Yes.
Especially as a young Christian, you see things that you never saw, you never heard of, and it's a whole new world. And it's quite easy to get caught up.
Right.
It's very easy to be influenced by others because you want to know, okay, how this look, how this feel, how this look. Wow, this is so amazing, it's new, exciting, and that's human. We always want to know what's going on. So as well, the fourth point I want to make is stay focused. Know what your mission is, what you're going there for.
Right, yes.
Nothing good comes easy, and you're going to face challenges, but stay focused on what you're really leaving home for. And so that's my opinion.
Great. So we've discussed your lives in Trinidad, and one thing, especially Ray, we would brag and say, Mommy, we never did that club thing. Was that a choice?
It was definitely a choice. It was definitely a choice. I remember it was my best friend. It was her birthday, and she said, Ray, I want to go to this club in Trinidad. Once again, choices.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I will go with you. It's my best friend. I'll celebrate with you and stuff like that. The joke is, I thought we were going for like about 8 o'clock.
Right.
This is where the morals and values stick with you, right?
Yes.
And she's telling me, no, we're going midnight. I don't leave home midnight to go anywhere. I would already be sleeping at that time. So that was already something new to me.
Right.
But you care about someone, you will still go celebrate with them. And I'm not just saying this because of my mother, because we shared these things already. But that was the worst night of my life. Because it's a lot of noise. You have no space to move. It's hot. You can't get anything to drink because you can't even reach to the bar to get anything to drink. And by the time you leave early in the morning, it's traffic. Your head pounding, you can't hear anything. It was not one of the best experiences, and it was my first and last.
Right.
So it all ties back to choices.
Yes. Choices and the values. I love when you said the values that you had. So, in a nutshell, parents should not worry as long as you give your children those values. Yes, and that training, the foundation that they will need.
And as a parent, you know your kids.
Yes.
And this is where communication comes in. You know your relationship with your child. You know their capabilities. You know what they would do and what they would not do. Yes, they're individuals and they make their decisions and they have to pay for their actions.
Right.
But there are certain things that you know you would have been open about, you would have instilled and give them morals and values that I really truly believe that will stick with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. So guys, This is so interesting. I mean, we've talked about this before, but you know, it's like if I'm hearing this for the first time, but we have to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Heart of a Woman